skateboarding has changed an insane amount in the past, I don't know, 25 years. But one thing that I would say that is still a possibility, just 1,000 times rarer, is to have a signature trick. What I mean by signature trick, I don't mean Andrew Reynolds frontside flip. Andrew Reynolds does frontside flip all the time. When people think of frontside flips, they think of Andrew Reynolds. That is his move, but a lot of other people do that trick, and it is called the frontside flip. But in the 80s and 70s, maybe even possibly in the early 90s in transition skating, tricks would get named after skaters who created them and perfected them, or I don't know, did a slight variation that no one's done before. Maybe, possibly, I don't know if that's actually the case. But anywho, you could get tricks named after you. And the thing about that is you do not name a trick after yourself, I would assume. Skateboarding has definitely gotten more gatekeepy and more cool. So like to name a trick after yourself would be even 1,000 times more less likely to happen, much less stick. And then on top of that, so many tricks have been done. No one's really inventing that many tricks. I made a video, if you want to check that out, where I go over some of the newer tricks that have come out, which also includes a little bit about this trick. I will link that in the bio, but this one specifically is a signature trick from a skater who invented it fairly recently. And he is the only person I can really think of that has a trick named after him that got that name within the time that I've been skating, and I've been skating for 19 years, to kind of put in perspective how rare it is to have a trick named after you. And that trick is the Bennett grind. The Bennett grind is a backside 180 to switchback Smith, or I guess you could think of it as how, well, you know what, we're going to get into that a little bit. I've wanted to learn that trick for a while. I've dabbled, I've tapped them on the end of rails. I can slappy into them on ledges. But actually doing a Bennett grind where you ollie in, or in general, like when I would slap into it, I wouldn't like sit on it. I wouldn't pinch it. No one would see me do a Bennett grind and be like, oh, he can Bennett grind. I could just like kind of tap him, half-ass him, and was very, very inconsistent. So I decided that, I don't know, I wanted to start doing some tricks outside my realm. I've been kind of coddling my taste in skateboard tricks, doing a lot of the same tricks, and the Bennett grind is one that I always thought looked cool. So what I did was I thought about Bennett grinds. I thought about why I couldn't do them, why they were scary for me, and how they actually work. At the end of this video, I'm going to explain how I figured out Bennett grinds and the hack to Bennett grinds. But this video is going to be that journey, that me figuring out how this trick works, learning it. Like I said, I've already done a couple before I started on this journey, but very, very tappy. And this video starts after I was at a skate park by myself. Like pretty much I thought very hard about how this trick would work, and I figured it out in my head and then applied it. This footage you're about to watch right now is my first day where I had it figured out in my head, but I hadn't really done a bunch. I did like a handful, but this day I was like, no, I need to solidify it in my head. I need to make this muscle memory. So I just started figuring out Bennett grinds, like actually ollieing into them. I want to learn how to like really get that trick down, so I'm gonna try to do a bunch of Bennett grinds in a row. Try to do the ledge, the flat bar, the bump to rail, and then down the rail in a line. See how long that takes. Count. Yeah, so there's music playing, so I might get demonetized, hopefully not, but I really want to like sit on a Bennett grind, like get on near the beginning, and then do it on the bump to rail, and then do it down the rail, so like, I know that I can do this trick.
Oh, that is terrifying.
Fuck, okay.
Dude, you're good at them.
Really good at front boards.
Oh. It counts.
Forward slide.
Locked and loaded.
Oh gosh.
Take it. Ooh, you good?
So right there, you can see I'm getting the hang of it. A lot of those were in a row. I didn't put in the edit like a ton of like the misses. I did miss quite a few, but I was definitely landing on more often than I wasn't. When I was trying to come back to forward with the switchback 180 back out, I did end up missing a ton of those. But once it clicked, and then I was like back to square one. So the next section of this video is actually missing a part in between, which is me doing Bennett grinds on something a little bit bigger than the El Sereno rail, but definitely smaller than where I'm about to take it. And where I'm about to take it is the final step. It is the skate park, in which I thought to myself, if I can Bennett grind this rail, I have Bennett grinds. Now, before I went to this skate park, I warmed up with the Bennett grind. That means in my first couple tricks that I did that day, I think when I was at the skate park, I did board slide, feeble, slappy crook, the go-tos, like maybe those 3 or 4 tricks, and then went straight into Bennett grind just to see how cozy I was. And I did it first try, and I sat on it for a second. So that was kind of like a, I don't know, ego boost and a good start for me to try it on this rail. But anywho, what's missing is I went to 2 skate parks in between that I wasn't filming. I just was skating. And the first skate park was Harbor City, which has like a little square down rail, which is slightly bigger than the one. It's just taller, but it's like pretty much, I don't know, barely longer than the one at El Sereno. I did it down that a couple times. Actually, I did that first try, which I was pretty stoked. I did it first try, and then I did 2 more in a row that I actually tried. I like bailed one at it, but the first time I actually put my trucks on, I was like, oh, I did it. And then the next one, I went to Chevy Chase, which is a round rail. I did it down the double set rail there, which is, honestly, it's pretty much an exact replica of the square one that I did it on, except for it's round and just slightly taller. Pretty much the same length, drops off a little taller, but you're going over stairs, not a bank, which can actually get in your head. To me, I think about that sort of stuff. If I'm going over a bank for whatever reason, it's a little less scary, because if I pop out early, I'm just gonna ride away in a bank. Anywho, here is the part where I try to do it on the next obstacle, and after this you will see me explaining how to do this trick, how I figured it out, because there is a very simple hack to making this trick work. I swear this trick is 1,000 times easier than you think. I said to Sean today, he tried to get into one, he's like, yeah, I don't get it, and I said this thing to him, and he immediately locked into the next try and grinded it, and he was like, oh shit. He didn't actually say shit though, because I don't think he really curses. But anyhow, here's the next section of the video. Yeah, I've been trying to get better at Bennett grind, so be cool with the Bennett grind down this long rail. Just because it's like this long and mellow, so it means that I could actually like really do the trick. I authentically do not think I'm gonna do it today though. I tried one earlier and kind of felt weird, so we'll see.
How many tries are you gonna give yourself?
15.
15? Okay. Oh, we'll definitely hold you to that. First try. All right. Looking good.
Come on, man.
Second try. Looking good.
If I could just grind half, I'd be stoked. I swear I tried to do that whole thing. Okay. I'm like halfway, right?
Not really.
I'm like getting to like here.
Yeah. Sure. Damn. Yeah, you got
Son
it.
of a bitch.
You got it.
Okay.
Break up with you?
You gonna break up with me?
Oh.
I know I have this, like every time. All right, I'm getting to the end very consistently. I know I'm gonna do it. It's just like the traffic of this park is because people will come flowing from here and they can't see you way over here. So it's like you come into this section blind if you like land anything over there because obviously you want to keep going. And it's just a really hard park to skate when there's like a bunch of people around. Good park. It's almost like the fact that it's so big makes it harder to not be in someone's way.
No, it's just because it's crowded.
You're crowded.
It's just because this is the only way you can get up without having to like ollie up a stair. Yeah. Nice skate train. You'd almost think this is scooters disguised as skateboarders because they're all just skating in a line together.
And then by the time I go again, the first person from the line is back at the top and then they go again. Like, it's so frustrating. Oh my God. So annoying. That's my biggest fear. That shit happening. Oh, that last pole. God, it's right there. One last try. That's what I get for taking one last try. That was scary. Yeah, I kind of got bodied on that last try. That definitely hurt my back. It was like soft, but definitely fell in the right spot. And we're gonna call that more or less the end of my journey for Bennett Grinds. My main goal was to learn how to really sit on one and then also do it down like a down rail. And this is like down rail that you have to sit on. So it's kind of like the perfect of both worlds. So I'm currently at my temporary training facility until I make a video about my other training facility that I will be filming a few more videos at, which I'm really excited about. But that video hasn't come out yet. In fact, I haven't filmed it yet. It's coming soon though. Anywho, we are in this parking lot, got some ledges and boxes over here, and I am just going to break it down. My board's in my car, so I got Dale's backup board. This is a CCS toilet board. You can get custom graphics there. But anywho, here's how you Bennett grind. Here is the #1 secret to it. Okay, the first big mistake and issue that I had trying this trick is I kept missing the lock. I kept doing this joint. I'd go at it, I'd scoop my back 180, and I'd go here. I'd probably get on around there, and see that little spit particle fly at the board? Maybe not. I'd get in here and then like bash my truck against it, and it just wouldn't go in. Did like 1,000 of those, just locking into front board after front board, but my upper body would be twisted, so it would be scary. Sometimes my wheel could get stuck under the rail. I could fall backwards, which is literally the scariest thing that can happen to a skater. I mean, I think the majority of us fear that more than sacking a rail, because when you get your board tangled up in the rail, oh boy, you get pitched backwards, especially on a front side backwards sliding trick. But here is how I figured it out. Here's what you're gonna wanna do to learn this trick. First things first, you're gonna go super slow. And you're gonna ride at the rail, not front side. Nope. You're not gonna ride at it like you're gonna do a Bennett grind. You're gonna ride at it backside. And here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna ollie into a backside wheelie grind. That's right, a wheelie grind on a rail. But you're not gonna do this. You're not gonna lock in like this and tap it and go off the end. No, no, no. You're gonna lock in here and you're gonna pinch your toe side wheel. If you're regular, your foot's gonna be here. And you're gonna pinch this wheel into that board and dig it in real hard to where you can actually sit on this trick. Now, you don't have to be able to grind an entire rail. You don't even have to be able to grind 5 feet, but you do need to be able to go slow and sit on this pinch, this wheelie grind pinch, for about half of a Mississippi. Because if you can sit on any grind for half of a Mississippi, guess what? You can sit on that grind for as long as you want. It's just about putting your body weight in the scary spot. And this trick is no different. Once you find that Willie pinch, you will realize that a Bennett grind is not a back 180 switchback Smith. A Bennett grind is a back 180 Willie grind. It is you aiming for Willie grind while aiming for backside Willie grind, actually, while you're riding at the rail front side. So if I were to back 180 into this and aim for switchback Smith, which is the same pinch, it's the same lock in, but think switchback Smith, that would cause me to lock in here. Like let's say I'm into it like that, and it would make me want to look that way. It would make me want to look at my back foot. It would make I'd be like looking down here, and I'd be pinching up here, and my shoulders would naturally want to go this way and open up, and probably make me accidentally switch front 180 out like I did on that ledge, because it didn't click that hard on the ledges at that point in time yet. So if I think Willie grind though, when I back 180 and I think Willie grind, that's gonna put all my body weight over this truck. I'm gonna be leaning super hard forward, and I am not gonna be thinking put my body weight that way to push the grind. But when you're leaning forward in this weird sort of like almost slip outy front board position, but your truck's locked in and I'm pinching that Willie grind, it's gonna push me this way. It's also gonna make me way more consistent at getting into the Bennett grind, because if I was trying to go to switchback Smith, I would already be opening my shoulders up, which means I would take my eyes off the rail. Whereas if you're aiming back 180 Willie grind, you know exactly where that toe side wheel is, and you're gonna place it on and you're gonna pinch it. And if you're trying to lock a Willie grind, it's gonna push that way. It's gonna grind. All you have to do is put your body weight in the scary spot, and it's just gonna work. And once I figured that out, I would go slow and just kind of stall it in the middle of the rail. I know that's scary. I know a lot of people, when they learn a trick, they like to grind off the end of the rail and just tap it. For this case, learning this trick properly, go slow and stall it in the beginning of the rail. I promise you, you will not die. If you slip into a front board, you will probably be fine. I have deck rails. When I accidentally slip into board slides when I'm not trying board slides, it slides a whole lot faster than you if you do not have deck rails, and I have yet to get bodied on this trick by missing that lock in and leaning too much and slipping out. That is not your fear. The only thing that you should be scared of is the possibility of your wheel getting locked under the rail. You're going slow, so if that happens, it doesn't matter. You're going so slow, you're gonna stall it, you're gonna step off, it's gonna be okay. When you get into this grind and you pinch that Willie grind, you're gonna find out, holy crap, this is actually low-key kind of a cozy grind. I had no idea how Matt Bennett would sit on this trick. I had no comprehension of how anyone would grind an entire flat bar. Going down a handrail, it made sense to go fast and tap it, but other than that, I was just like, that trick is a mystery. Now I can sit on that trick. Sitting on it down that Poods rail, I mean, that was like a real lock-in. I mean, I sat on that grind. And I'm at the point now where I haven't filmed the level that I'm at with this trick now, because, you know, obviously I'm a good bit in the future with my videos coming out. But I can sit on that trick and spin out using this technique pretty good. Some variations of this trick definitely feel more comfortable. It's also helped me unlock a different way to get into the back 180 50-50s on round bars, in a technique that, in my opinion, feels more cozy and comfortable, locking the back truck before the front truck, before I would over-rotate a Hurricane. Anywho, I'm getting way too much into the semantics of this. If you like this video, if you found it informative, if you found it entertaining, feel free to like this video and subscribe. I make a lot of videos. Some of them are not so, I don't know, specific for a particular trick. Most of my videos are just me skating with my friends, and guess what, all my friends are incredible skaters and funny for the most part. This video doesn't have too much banter. Usually it's a lot more shit talking, probably end up hurting some feelings, and you know, whatever. That's just skateboarding. It's a very realistic, I'm just hanging out with my friends. I'm not trying to create a video to necessarily tell a story like this one. I'm just filming my day, and all my friends are great. So yeah, I don't know, check out some of my other videos. Check out the video that I linked in the description about tricks that haven't been done yet. Or actually, maybe this video came out first. Maybe that video is still to come. I don't know. I'm pretty bad at getting that organized. Anywho, have a good day. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is a Keen Ramps flat bar. Best flat bars in the world. If you're gonna get a flat bar, Keen Ramps. I also do stuff with them. Those guys have been super amazing to me, and all their products are great. And everyone who works their skateboards, and that is a big deal. Goodbye.